Alright everyone, what's going on? It's Rico, Sensei, and I'm here to give my episode 12 review on Made in Abyss. It really sucks to know that we're like one episode away from this season to end. I'm not sure if we're going to get another season of this. I really hope so, but we're one episode away from this to be over for a while, and it just sucks knowing that because I'm really loving this series. I'm loving the adventure. I'm loving the characters. I love the world building. It's just so much to love about this series, and it just sucks. So going on into the actual episode itself, we had a lot of information to take in. I had to watch this more than once to actually understand everything. So in the very beginning of the episode, we go back to the orphanage. We figure out the youngest, I should say, the youngest orphan is having like a fever, and the leader assumes that it's what they call the birthday death disease, to pretty much where a lot of people have been dying on their birthday. And cut to the next scene, we figure out that the kid is just fine. I don't know if that's supposed to foreshadow anything with Rico, but that happened. And now we cut back to what's going on with Reg, Rico, Nanachi, and Mitty. I don't know what to say about Mitty, but pretty much, again, Mitty's on top of Rico, just like drooling and slobbing all over Rico. Reg really doesn't approve of that, and Nanachi pretty much tells him that Mitty isn't going to do any harm to anyone, and he just lets it go. And because Mitty was also a girl before, she just takes a liking to Rico even more, because I guess they can relate to, because they're girls. I don't understand that, but that's going on. And we figure out that Mitty is a lot more useful than what we give her credit for, because she actually helped out with the medicine to like get the poison out of Rico's body. And pretty much Nanachi says Mitty can produce like a thing that can just get rid of all poisons. And I don't know how. Maybe something happened further in the abyss to give her that blood or whatever, but that's going on. Then cut later on, we see that Reg wants to figure out how Nanachi and Mitty survived the further layers of the abyss, and pretty much Nanachi tells Reg how she survived using like this really thin cloth like thing. She called it a fog weave. It's a grade 3 relic. I could be wrong. And what it is pretty much a force field to cut off like the whole curse of the abyss, and that's how they survived. That's how I got it. That's how it got to me. I could be wrong, but that's how I got it from what Nanachi was saying. And later on, around the second half of the episode, we see that Reg pretty much wants a round 2 against the piercer that really fucked up Rico. And he does. He gets his fight, and Nanachi's helping because they can predict the future. And so she pretty much has like this walkie-talkie around his helmet. And also, there's I think he was a Black Whistle, and he was really in trouble against that piercer. So Reg decided to help him as well. And Reg won. Reg won the fight. It was a pretty cool looking fight. Around the end of the fight, Reg told the Black Whistle while he was going back up to the town, he was telling the Black Whistle to tell the leader that their adventure still continues, pretty much saying that they're still alive and all that kind of stuff. So after that, they left, and Reg and Nanachi were bonding, I guess you could say, saying how well they did together as a team. And around the end of the episode, this is like the very end, Nanachi asks Reg if Reg can kill Mitty. So I think what Nanachi wants is a mercy killing. I don't think Nanachi can really handle with what actually happened to her friend Mitty. And around the very end of the episode, we see how Nanachi was carrying Mitty on her back, and how she was apologizing and all that. It was kind of sad. It made me feel a little bad for Mitty, because she's actually a lot more useful than what I thought. And also with Mitty, I think she's helping out Rico by just being on top of her and drooling, because we've seen a little bit of Rico trying to, I guess you could say, awaken or wake up. And that's going to suck to see Reg kill Mitty if it happens. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of want it to happen so Mitty won't have to suffer, but it's still a person, you know. But that's all that happened with this week's episode of Made in Abyss. Again, I really hate that this is ending like next week. I know it's going to be like an hour long, but to know that everything, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's going to suck knowing that it's over. So what do you guys think about this week's episode of Made in Abyss? Comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys on my next video. Later.